Hi, and welcome again to this latest episode of La Plata Ward 4 Video Update. This is David Jenkins, La Plata Town Council member from Ward 4, and your host for this video update, as well as my companion podcast, La Plata Ward 4 Update. Here's the latest information about our proposed fiscal year FY 2025 budget. The council has met or did meet on April the 9th, April the 16th, and April 24th to review and reach consensus on the proposed operating FY 25 operating budget. Now, the first draft we looked at included cutting requested staff positions except for a IT full-time person. This draft included a 3% cost of living or COLA increase and participation in a state 457 employer plan for all staff positions. This proposed budget resulted in an operating deficit of $85,577. However, applying an available fund balance of that same amount, this then results or could result in a balanced budget, no deficit. However, I did want to go back and give you a little brief update or summary of the proposed budget. Specifically, if you look at the screen, I wanted to show you, with respect to our operating budget, where does our revenue come from? And as you can see from the screen, 75% of all the town revenue comes from taxes, followed by income from enterprise funds. These are our water, sewer, stormwater management, and sanitation. These are user funds that we all pay for those services. So those are the highest two income sources or revenue sources for the town. Let's then go to the next slide, or the next visual, which shows how do we spend those money. What are the expenditures here? And so you will see at the highest that we spend funds on or revenue on is the La Plata Police Department, or PD. This is then followed by the finance staff. You can see Public Works Administration. You can see Public Works Streets. But again, the highest that we spend money on is the police department. So I just wanted to briefly show you what the revenue source is and then how we spend them according to the first draft. Now, at our April 24th budget work session, there were additional revenue revisions that were reviewed and discussed, and there was a consensus reached by 3 members, including myself, on a revised operating budget that would include the following: a 3% COLA or cost of living increase, an enhanced benefit plan or as an additional pension for police and public works staff members who can apply or who are eligible for that benefit. There would be no contribution from the town from the 457 retirement plan. And again, the only position that was added was an IT specialist, but no other positions were either added or cut. As a result, there were no services cut from the budget, so no operating expenses were reduced. Now, this does result, however, in an operating deficit that cannot be completely recovered or covered by our fund balance. Therefore, a 3-cent tax increase was then discussed, and that would raise the current tax rate of 32 cents per $100 of assessed value from 32 cents to 35 cents. So again, a 3-cent increase in taxes. This will be applied to the assessed value. So to give you an example, the current tax rate of 32 cents per $100 of assessed valuation, for an example, a $400,000 home would then result in a current tax rate or a tax of $1,280. Under the suggested or proposed increase in tax rate to 35 cents per $100 of assessed valuation, again using a $400,000 home, this would then result in a tax payment of $1,400 or an annual increase of $120 or $10 on a monthly basis. Now, there will be a public hearing scheduled for May the 14th at 6 p.m. I believe that's a Tuesday, where folks can come and provide their comments to this proposed change of tax increase. Again, this is only on the operating budget, and I'll provide a link in the meeting notes or the video notes so you can see the actual announcement of this public hearing. Now, I certainly understand and know that any tax increase at any time, much less this time, is not taken lightly, and I know it is a difficult step. And so therefore I do share concern and your opposition to that. However, I would offer my I would provide you with my reasoning or my reasons for supporting this 3-cent tax rate. First, as you probably know, growth and development has occurred over a number of years, resulting in the need to maintain and expand our needed infrastructure services that you get. That includes water, sewer, stormwater management, trash collection, and police/public safety. You as residents and I as a resident expect and need these services. But in order to operate, maintain now and in the future, competent and professional trained staff are needed to operate these services to support our infrastructure. Employee salaries and enhanced benefits are then needed to retain and attract new staff. It costs more to hire and train new employees rather than to retain and promote existing staff. Until recently, there was a significant staff turnover in public works and on our police force. This trend has been somewhat reversed, resulting from the implementation of our 2021 staff needs assessment, which included, so this tax increase or proposed tax increase is consistent with that recommendation for pay enhancement and additional benefits, again, to both retain and attract needed workforce for the town now and in the future. And I will offer what I believe two important examples that demonstrate this need to our community for professional, dedicated, and trained town staff. On April 23rd, in April of this year, just recently, an 18-year-old autistic person was reported missing. The missing person, thankfully, was located unharmed. He was then transported to the University of Maryland Charles Regional Medical Center for medical attention and evaluation. But this individual was found safe thanks to the deployment of many officers from both the La Plata Police Department, Prince George's County, and other agencies. The La Plata police force was out in force, including an off-duty rookie officer who volunteered to come and help, but they used, needed, and provided equipment including drones, new radios, and a tactical vehicle. And of course, they had required training to perform this function. And again, they did this in partnership with the Charles County Sheriff's Department, the Prince George's County Police, and I would quote from a recently released press release, quote, "Police work isn't always about making arrests, seizing an illegal firearm, or responding to a car collision. Sometimes it is interacting with a family on the worst day of their lives and letting them know we care." Outstanding work, and as Chief Schenner of our La Plata Police Department, he further went on to say, "I couldn't be prouder of how this search came together and ended." And so I would again emphasize this is a great example of the police officers we have and we've been able to retain and hire new. They've gotten great training and equipment to perform their services for community safety. And finally, another example, a couple of years ago, here in Clarksville where I live, two large 48-inch pipes, two of them, collapsed under Redwood Circle due to rust and age and the soil conditions. So the La Plata Public Works personnel made emergency repairs, replacing both of these pipes, and they had to drain Redwood Lake as required by the Maryland Department of Environment. And then therefore they also went back at the same time to repair some upstream stormwater management issues upstream from these pipes, and obviously had to repair Redwood Circle, the actual road. And they did all this over a 30-day period at a cost of almost $250,000 to $300,000. So I believe, from my view, this illustrates the need for us to have professional staff to both retain and attract new workforce. So these are two of many examples of the town staff dedicated, trained, and have professionalism, doing many activities behind the scenes day and night to maintain these services, as well as keeping us safe and now in the future. So again, I just wanted to bring to you and be transparent about my views and why I supported this tax increase of 3 cents. So again, I appreciate you watching and listening to my videos and podcasts. Again, my ask would be to continue your engagement with the town, attend our meetings, and provide your comments and insights. And again, you can always email me at djenkins@townoflaplata.org with your questions and comments. Thanks again, and be safe out there, and enjoy the spring weather. Thank you.